Hey everybody, this is Kurse here, and I'm going to do a quick tutorial on the drop. Basically, the before the drop, that split second before the bass actually drops. What makes it heavy? How can you make a drop have as much impact as possible? Well, I think I may have found the best way, and it's something that you wouldn't really think of at first. It doesn't strike you immediately. It took me a little while to understand this. But basically, here's a song that I have, a song that I'm working on with Eversky under the name Focus Fire, and it's pretty much done. I'm mixing and mastering it now as we speak. I'm going to show you something. Now, this bit here doesn't matter. What you have to pay attention to is this bit right here. This bit is the crucial part. I'll play it.
Oh my god! Look at the screen! You got enough shit going on! Both screens shaking, there's 500 fucking sprites everywhere. Nothing in the background does anything. There's flying dogs and bees and acting like... Ah! Come on!
Okay, now, if you didn't catch that, I'm going to show you. Now, it's not just this bit here, however this bit is crucial, but it's actually something that I learned a while ago, I just didn't apply it. If we look down here at the automations, we're going to notice there's a master volume automation right here. So I basically got the entire section before that just a little bit quieter. I think I'm about 0.2 of a decibel lower than the actual bass drop. So the bass drop is hitting about 0 dB, but everything before that is hitting around about negative 0. No. Yes. Oh. Brains turned to -2. Oh, I can't do maths just now. Just a little bit lower. I'm gonna be totally wrong. Negative 0.2, and yes, negative 0.2. Nailed it. Right, okay. So I've lowered the volume a little bit, and then when it goes in, it has all this impact. So it's a little bit louder, but that's not all there is to it. There's also another thing down here. If we scroll right down to the bottom, we're going to see something that says Parametric EQ to Master. This section here is a high pass filter. I've got a high pass filter on, and it's basically just to the point where the drums still have punch, but they've not got enough sub bass range. So the sub bass is what carries the weight of the drop. That's what makes it so heavy when it comes to your speakers, because there's nothing as bassy as a sub bass. The sub bass should be the lowest frequency you have in your mix. Anything lower is going to muddy up your mix. So what I suggest doing is have a low pass filter on your whole track. I believe it's this one here, and put it to about 66 Hz or something like that, because your drums should be stopping around about there. That's when your drums should really be cutting off, and that's the range of your sub bass. So if you have your drums about there, you can see that's where all the weight is, like right there. So what happens is that the bass does this thing where as the drums get heavier and heavier, is that it then sweeps up, and then the bass drops out, and then it comes back down again, sweeps down for this killer drum fill. This drum fill I found, an awesome drum fill. And then the bass drops. But that's not it. There's a couple other things. This bit here, this one bit here, this crash is pretty important. I'm going to take out the crash, and I'm going to take out the crash, and I'm going to show you just how much impact is lost. It just doesn't quite have the same impact. Same with if I take off this low pass here. Take off the right one, right? Yeah. If I take off the low pass and this, it just loses all its impact. It just doesn't have the same effect. So if we put that on as well, then you'll hear that weight. Awesome. One other thing I need to show you is pitch risers are pretty essential as well for any dubstep, electro house, whatever song you're making. Now, you'll see here, one of these sounds has a, here, I have something called a pitcher, and basically it's a master preset with a macro on the pitch, one oscillator. Not a lot of work needs to be done. I added some effects onto it because I felt like being snazzy. No need for it. And so when this sweeps up, what happens is it sort of brings all this energy, and if you have a couple pitch risers, if you have a pitch riser that starts like, say, back here on the 16th bar before, then by the time it reaches there, it's like at full climax, and that just gets everyone really pumped. So I think it starts there. And then just here, what happens if you have the pitcher rise and then hit a fall point? Do you hear that? Ow! I'll take out the drum so you can hear it. Okay. Oh, I've got a plucked dart. Didn't mean to have that in there. Okay, that's pretty essential. When that drops out, that sort of gives us a whole feeling of isolation in the drop, because that just makes everything go really, like, it hits a new low of volume, and that just makes the drop so much heavier in impact. And a drum fill is always great because it just sort of gives the track, it still gives the track a lot of energy, and when it does the doom 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 doom, then it just hits so much harder. A couple other things, I guess. I have a vocal sample here that was sent to me by my friend Eversky.
Oh my god! Look at the screen! You got enough shit going on? Those screens shaking, there's 500 fucking sprites everywhere. Nothing in the background does anything. There's flying dogs and bees and magnemites and... Ah! Come on!
And it says, ah, come on! Because it's so loud and out there.
Ah, come on!
It just hits a hell of a lot harder. And that's what makes it interesting. So that was basically the theory behind making your bass drop heavier. I hope this helped. I'll see you guys later.